answer this once and for all. The Jackson Dancing Dolls will not be performing or competing anytime soon until their coaching staff says that they are ready to prepared to compete. They are ready and prepared to compete. I'll say that again. The Jackson Dancing Dolls will not be performing or competing anytime soon until the coaching staff at the Jackson Dollhouse says that the Jackson Dancing Dolls are ready to perform and compete. The Jackson Dancing Dolls have been on Bring It for the last 5 years, and the reason why they were able to compete every single week is because I pushed them every single week to learn choreography and content. We had contracts to fulfill, episodes to push out. So yes, they were ready every week. They're not going to be ready every week like that now because, number one, they don't have to compete every week if they don't want to. They don't have to perform every week if they don't want to. There are no contracts. Bring It is not filming right now in season 5 of Bring It. So there will be no constant performance competitions by the Jackson Dancing Dolls. So do not expect the Jackson Dancing Dolls to perform or compete anytime soon. Not to mention, we had several girls to graduate from the team. Several girls to graduate from the team. And as you guys saw, all those white shirts that were on the show towards the end of season 5, they are now currently considered old heads on the team. And we have a lot of brand new baby dancing dolls from last year that are now dancing dolls as well. The whole team is in training. The entire Jackson Dancing Dolls organization is 75% brand new members from last year and this year. It is going to take time to train the new team that is up and coming. I don't know about these little popcorn teams that pop up like weeds, that formulate in 1 month and they perform the next month. The Dancing Dolls organization has never been that organization. We have never rushed to perform or compete. We aren't in a rush. So just because you guys are asking does not mean they're going to perform. And just because you see me posting Birmingham or me posting Atlanta does not mean I have forgotten about the Jackson Dancing Dolls. Do I go to Jackson often? No, they are not performing or competing right now. They are training, and they have 4 coaches that are training them. So I don't need to train them or be there with them when they have 4 coaches that are on payroll that are being paid to train them. I don't live in Jackson anymore. I live in Atlanta now. So the fact that I live in Atlanta now, I'm not going to drive 6 hours away from my son and family to be there every single day anymore. The Jackson Dancing Dolls are the originating organization. The dancers on the team are not the company is the original company. The company. But I'm not going to run up and down the highway every week. I can't. And the same thing with Birmingham. They have a coaching staff that is on payroll to train them. So that is the reason why the Jackson Dancing Dolls are not performing. I'm going to say it again for those that are late coming to this live video. The Jackson Dancing Dolls team is 75% made of girls that are new from the team last year and new coming onto the team this year. They are in training. We are not, again, like these popcorn teams that show up and in 2 months they out there trying to do somebody's stay in battle. That ain't what the Dancing Dolls do. The Dancing Dolls of Birmingham trained for almost 11 months before they performed. The Atlanta Dancing Dolls trained for over 10 months before they performed. We don't rush. Y'all wouldn't know that because you don't coach. Y'all sit back and watch TV and just assume that poof, they're ready. That's not how it happens. That's not how it works. That is impossible. It's impossible. So, the Bring It Live tour, it is still happening. The Bring It Live tour is comprised of old heads and alumni. Sanjay, Kayla, Kinjanae, alumni. Okay? Princess, current captain of the Atlanta Dancing Dolls, will be on the tour. as well as the current captain of the Dancing Dolls, Micaiah, will be on the tour. Deja will be on the tour. Those girls are trained and ready to rock and roll. Just because you alumni don't mean you lost it. You never lose it. Once you got it, you got it. People are asking what happened to Christiana. Is she hurt? Is she sick? Is she injured? I wasn't aware that anything happened to the baby. I know she's performing at her Apex showcase that she has today. If you've been following her social media, you can see the pictures that she posted. She looked drop dead gorgeous for prom. So it's about Christiana. Go to her page and ask her. I will never talk to y'all about these kids. Ever. 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 So don't ever ask me. Ever. Because anything in reference to them personally, it's not your business. You're not their family. So I'll never get on social media and talk about them. If you want to know anything about any of these girls, they're wearing to do with our lives. But like I was saying before the last video ended, definitely support these kids in their endeavors because they are doing other things. Like I said, Michaela has a hairline. Michaela has a lash line. She's coming out with a book. There are several other alumni dolls. I know Tamia has a hairline that she's doing. One of my other dolls, Zakia, she has a hairline that's out. Like, these kids are doing big things. Go support them. Stop worrying about drama that don't put food on your table. It don't pay any bills. Like, none of that is important. None of it. If you're going to support the Dancing Dolls, support the Dancing Dolls as an organization. Don't support the Dancing Dolls as to try to create division or drama or to entertain the BS that people give you on social media. I don't have time for that. If you were so busy focusing on supporting the brand, like the whole brand, not just one city, but the whole brand, you will grow to love so many more parts of what it is that we all do. And you won't miss it. You missing out on stuff and the greatness that the Dancing Doll organization has because you're stuck. I get being a fan. I get it. Because Kobe loved LeBron James. Y'all might not like LeBron, but Kobe loved LeBron James. He don't care what state, city, country. LeBron James could sell lawnmowers. Kobe gonna want a LeBron James lawnmower because he supports LeBron James. So saying that to say, if you support the Dancing Dolls, it doesn't matter where the Dancing Dolls are. Support the Dancing Dolls. The Dancing Dolls of Birmingham are not like the Dancing of the Three. They're not like, none of them are alike, okay? I'm going to be real with y'all. None of them are alike. The Birmingham Dancing Dolls, I call them my first 48 squad because them girls going to try to go get it, fuck it, kill, everything at will. Anything that's moving, the Birmingham Dancing Dolls are like the grit, grimy girl of the brand. Like, that's just how they are. Like, I can't explain that. Like, ain't no getting around it. That's just how they are. The Jackson Dancing Dolls, they like them stunners. The Jackson Dancing Dolls are the stunners. They are. I'm not telling you to not support the Jackson Dancing Dolls, XO Jade. I'm not telling you that. Because the ones you watch ain't the OGs. The OGs are the original ones from 2001. Y'all only met them ones on TV in 2015. So again, you might want to know some facts before you get on here trying to comment, before you get blocked and moved on to the next. I'm not telling you not to support. I'm saying support the brand. Don't come on my page with that BS because I don't want to hear it. I'm over all of y'all on here with this mess. I'm over it. I try to be quiet, try to keep it politically correct, because Diana can't say this, that, and the third without somebody saying, oh, she's talking about. But I'm talking about y'all. Because y'all, if you are going to be a fan, support the brand. I like who I like too. Okay? I like the original lady from The Closer. I don't like Major Crimes, but I still watch it because it's a crime show. I like it all. But my point is that you can support who you're going to support, but support the brand. If you want to support individual girls, go to their pages, but don't come to mine. Please, my love, because I don't want to hear it. I don't have the time. I have moved on. If your life is only surrounded by one thing, you are going to be so close-minded and miss out on so much. Because what if Bring It don't go back to Jackson? Then what you going to do? Because I'm not moving back to Jackson. So if it doesn't go back there, what you gonna do? You're just gonna not support the show because it's not in your favorite city? The girls that would be on Bring It, if I did go back, y'all wouldn't know none of them. Because all the ones that were originally on the show have graduated and have moved on to other things. They're not there anymore. So you might want to open up that mind of yours that's closed and be willing to go on these pages when I post this stuff and get to know these other girls. Because if you don't, how in the world are you going to say what you don't like when you ain't never even met these kids? You don't even know them. You don't know their backstory. You don't know that people used to call the Birmingham Dancing Dolls names. They were bullied. The Birmingham Dancing Dolls were bullied because they were not the originals. So that's how y'all as fans handle children. They were bullied because they were not the originals. They went to school and had to deal with so much. The Birmingham Dolls did. They had to deal with so much. So that's why they came out swinging. That's why they went 50 times harder, because they felt like they need to prove to the Dancing Doll fans that they were good enough for your acceptance. Like, how does that even sound? Like, that doesn't even sound right. But that's the truth. Because you guys made some, let me not say everybody, but some people made them feel as if they were not good enough. And the Birmingham Dancing Dolls have won over 10 grand champion titles. They got so many trophies in that building. Their walls are lined with banners because they are a USASF team. And it's crazy how people handle them. I'm in Atlanta, Layla Rose. I live in Atlanta. But people you don't understand. Get to know them all. And if you don't, then don't. But I can't tell you what's going to happen with Bring, because I don't know. I don't know if Bring is coming back. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm focused on DIANNA. But the way y'all handle some of these other teams, you wrong. Let it come out by my mouth and let you hear it from me. You wrong. Love Jackson, because I do. I love him to the death of me. But I don't live there. I live in Atlanta. I'm not going to just drop Jackson. I'm not going to do anything. That team is going to continue to thrive. They are going on 20 years old. I will never close the Jackson Doll House, ever. It will stay open as long as I can financially afford to keep it open. The only doll that has moved to Atlanta that was on the Jackson team was Jaylene and Princess. Princess moved because she wanted to train with me. And because I moved, she wanted to go where I was. It had nothing to do with the team as a whole. She wanted to continue to be trained under me. And the same thing with Jaylene. They are both amazing girls. They never spoken negatively of the Jackson team. They never have said anything negative about the parents, anybody. They came to the Atlanta Dollhouse with their white shirts on and their black bottoms, just like everybody else. They did what they had to do as new members, just like everybody else. All of them. They never came in with any negativity, any drama. Never. They were great. They were just good kids. So the fact that people had something to say about them made me feel some type of way. I won't lie. But y'all might want to get to know these kids. All of them. All of them. Because Birmingham ain't going nowhere. And neither is Atlanta. I'm going to keep supporting all three. I'm going to keep being where I can, if I can be, for all three. I'm going to keep pushing all three. But like I said, oh yeah, I forgot about the Swayla. The Swayla will be in Atlanta in the fall. But like I said, I'm not going to not support them. And I'm not going to put the Jackson Dancing Dolls out there until they're ready. Their coaches don't want them out yet until they are ready. Because if they come out too soon and they're not ready, y'all gonna be the first person to talk about them. And I'm just not gonna let it happen. Because in that self-esteem that we got to rebuild all over again. Kobe limping, he must be tired. He old. Out of shape.